Alright, we're going to do Yamato. We'll go ahead and... no, we won't run any fire flags. We won't run any flags at all. Here's the commander build. We are running the legendary mod. Let's see what we get. Okay, Ultimate Frontier. Cool. We should be spawning in the north. No. We're in the south. Okay. Okay. That's fine. We have a Bremen, Yoshino, Prince Adalbert. The real question is, would any of them back me up? See, so on this map, there's there's a destroyer here, destroyer here. They come up like this. They go like this and like this. That's their natural path. There's 3 battleships and 1 cruiser that go up like this. The 3 battleships will go up like this. The cruiser will go like this over here or like this. There's a second cruiser that spawns near here. There's another cruiser that spawns up here and goes this way. And then there's one more cruiser afterwards that spawns on this third area. There's a carrier, 2 destroyers, and a cruiser over here. They don't move until after first wave. With the Yamato, you basically always want to shoot AP. More or less. Looks like the Iowa shot the Bremen. No, he shot me. Missed, though. So, that's the cruiser that spawns to come over here. We want to try to hit underneath his front guns. Yep. Just like that. So, we're going to try to finish off this Iowa. The Iowa is the biggest threat to this Yoshino here. You don't want to be broadside. Yoshino has 30 mil side platings, so you can angle and bounce 406s from the Iowa. But you don't want to be nose in, or like you don't want to have your nose or your rear facing them. We'll go ahead and DCP that. We don't want to. We can avoid an early fire there. We're going to turn in like this and kind of sit right here. We're going to make the enemy face us. We're gonna ask the Bremen for some backup. If he helps us, we can. Him and I can alone can deal with the cruisers there, the cruisers, and then the bonus ship down there. Gonna ask one more time for some assistance. In case the, if the Bremen does back me up, that would be fantastic. Vermont's pushing out. Okay. We don't want to push past this island until the North Carolina is dead. Because the North Carolina would shoot our side. That is not ideal. Okay, good. We're going to stop here. In fact, we're going to make sure we stop by kind of beaching ourselves. So we're going to wait till this is past 45 degrees to guarantee we don't ricochet. There we go. We sit here. Okay. We sit here. We will preemptively heal. Unfortunately, did not get much damage there. If the Bremen was down here with me, I would push in. But he's not, so I want to have this island here for cover. I'm going to go ahead and start moving forward. There's only 2 more cruisers that are going to spawn in. Unfortunate. Still more overpins. Okay. There should be 2 more cruisers here. We're gonna drop ASWs in this area here, where these mines are at. And we're not going to DCP just yet. Pushing down here, we can also get the early carrier if possible. Getting early carrier. So the carrier group will start moving after the first wave. Oh, lag. Oh no. Okay, good. Huh. That was some terrible lag. Once after the first wave spawns in, the carrier group will start moving, and they'll kind of go like this. Like arc down this way. Ideally, you want to take out the carrier. Preferably, you take out the carrier around the time that the planes are showing up. So we're a little bit late to that, but that's okay. There is the Alaska out there. That's a long shot. We can try it. Thankfully, Prince Adalbert down here is hydroing. You can see on the minimap there. An overpin. Alaska's a little trolly to deal with the armor scheme. Yoshino's backing me up. He seems to actually be, he's been communicating this entire time. So, that's fantastic. There's the motorboat. Unfortunately, that slow turret traverse. We got a hit. I'm honestly surprised. We're gonna heal. And see if we can't try to punch through his nose. We'll DCP that. So the planes are going this way. First wave's over there. It's 3 cruisers. We're gonna wait right here till we figure out where the second wave is. Okay, good stuff. I can turn my guns around. Is Yoshino running the 12? Or he's running the 20 kilometer torps? Okay. We can back up to the right here. The reason why I'm staying down here is because the Prince Adalbert and Yoshino are down here. If second wave is down here and I run, they will die. So I kind of need to be down here to tank for them until they get to safety. Plus, I'm not going to die particularly easy. Let's see. They do move pretty fast. They're about 90 degrees, so flat. I need to aim a little bit further ahead, though. Yeah. Not far enough ahead. I need to lead, like, right here. 10.5 seconds. They're going, like, 34, 35 knots. Slightly angled away. They're about 100 degrees, so aim up a little bit. Yep. Beautiful. There we go. Swap to our front gun sight. Or aim point, anyways. We're going to come to a stop. I'm going to tell Latin to be careful of whiskey destroyers. Okay. So, these planes are coming down this way, which means the next wave is down here. We kill the cruisers first. Ideally, we kill the... Well, it depends on the battleship. If we can Citadel the battleship, that would be great. But, okay. So we don't need to... As long as we keep our nose towards the Georgia, we're fine. We're going to let the fire burn. We're going to focus on... We're going to shoot the Georgia. That's a Citadel. That's okay. We're going to go full forward. Zal is rushing them. This is probably not a good move. He should be, needs to use his heal. He needs to use his heal. Please use your heal, Yoshi. Please use your heal. No. The Wooster gets him. That's unfortunate. I will +1 the Yoshi, though. He played. He's actually out here playing the game. Kind of rare. We're going to start heading back north. Third wave is going to spawn over here and go like this or like this, one of the two. We're going to start aiming to the left to get our rear turret to turn around, so it's facing this way. The carrier isn't a danger to us. It's the cruiser here. The Musashi is tanking. That's fantastic. But if anything's going to kill us, it's the cruiser, not the carrier. Okay, good stuff. And we just go straight north, essentially. We essentially just go just up like this. So look how little our rear turrets turned. That's why you want to pre-turn your turrets. Musashi got that. Good stuff. We're going to kind of go up like this now to intercept the wave coming up like this. He's going to accelerate. So we'll aim a little closer to him. Because he's not at full speed. I think I aimed a little too high, though. Yeah, I aimed a little too high. Should probably tell him to back off a little bit. We have one more heal. We're at 850,000 potential, so not even 1 million yet for our 2 million potential heal. The improved repair party readiness skill. The one that gives us an extra heal when we hit 2 million potential, or 2 million pot. Counter rear turrets. Unfortunate, we missed those shells. Okay. We're gonna shoot the... We're gonna shoot... We'll shoot the Alaska. Adalbert's hydroing. Hey, got a Citadel. Cool. Yeah, Vermont should probably push in a little bit behind the Musashi. If the Vermont had pushed down, or the Tsurugi had pushed down behind the Musashi would probably be a lot healthier. Prince Adalbert's taking aggro, which is fine. We're going to cut them off over here. We're kind of go like this. And Atlas will be our next target. We're going to wait till we get all our shells off. Prince is doing a decent job tanking. May have taken a torp. He dies to that though. That's unfortunate. We're gonna use our heal. We're gonna take aggro. This is okay. We're gonna request help on the Austin and the Destroyer. I don't want to take a double fire, but I kind of have to. Unfortunately, the Montana has an angle on us to Citadel. Yeah. We're going to wait to DCP our fire until after the heal is done. Okay. Oh, do we eat that torpedo? No, I think we don't. The Montana doesn't overmatch our nose, so we just stay nosed into him. Stay angled to him. We don't die to the fire. We don't. So we've gained 1 million potential up here. We were at 850, we're now at 1.8 million. That was some pretty trolly dispersion, I feel like. Double fire is not ideal. We actually do die to double fire. Thankfully, the game ends beforehand. But yeah, I'm pretty certain we would die to the double fire there. His secondaries got that nose fire. Not bad. Teams out there actually helping. So part of what I mean, the Musashi pushed down to help early on, like midway through the game. Good stuff. The Sarugi, he stayed back, and look how low his basic speed is, right? Because he didn't like push down initially to help out. Us down here, us in the middle of the map, were able to do a lot more, and so we were able to perform better, right? Some, like I said, some maps you want to sit still, some ships you want to sit still, but generally speaking, it's good to kind of push the enemy, right? Push out there. Like for example, the Bremen, that cruiser, that ship is absolutely capable of more or less doing what I did, and it's a cruiser, not a battleship. Like he could tank as much potential damage as I could, and he could do even more damage. I'm pretty sure I have like a 500,000 damage game on Bremen on Ultimate Frontier that I have showcased. Actually, no, I think it was 440,000. But really similar playstyle, like similar positioning. So that's the Yamato. We're going to try the Bungo next. So the Yamato with its 460 millimeter turrets, or yeah, it's 460 millimeter guns. It overmatches 32 mil of pin, or 32 millimeters of armor. So, you can't really you can't angle this to 460s. The Bungo's 457s, they overmatch 30, but not 32. So Bungo cannot overmatch 32 mil. Bungo cannot overmatch this armor here, right? But it can overmatch this here, because this is 30 millimeters, right? Whereas this is 32. And then if we were to pull up the calculator here, so the way the game calculates overmatch is take the gun caliber and divide it by 14.3. In this case, 460 millimeter turrets over or 460 caliber guns overmatch 32.1 millimeters. 457s on the Bungo divided by 14.3 overmatch 31.9. So it doesn't quite overmatch 32 mil. And then if you were to take a look at, like, let's say a standard US battleship, let's say the Montana, you have 406 millimeter turrets. So we take 406, divide that by 14.3, and the 406s overmatch 28 millimeters of armor. So 406s can overmatch, let's see, something like the A gear here, right? 27 millimeters. So 406s overmatch 27 mil. But the, let's see here. If we were to take a look at the Salem, right? Something, a ship like this, has 30 millimeters of side plating. 406s do not overmatch 30 millimeters of armor. So, because that map has a bunch of American battleships without 457s, a ship like, just as an example, we had that Bremen there, right? The Bremen has 30 millimeter side plating. It has 25 mil nose, yes, right? This gets overmatched, right? Like the armor, the 406s can just punch right through the nose. But 406s cannot overmatch 30 mil. That's part of why the Bremen can do so good. Similar with Hindenburg on that map as well. Hindenburg, same thing, 30 mil. 27 mil nose still gets overmatched. But 30 mil side plating and top deck doesn't get overmatched. But that's the Yamato. We're going to do one game with the Bungo. And then I'll probably do the next video on the Vermont and Montana. I do have... I believe the only Russian battleship I have is the Azerlane Sovietska Soyuz. Or, sorry, Roshia. Which is a tier... If I recall correctly, it's a tier 9 Russian battleship. Great armor scheme for tanking incoming damage, but the dispersion is pretty shit. The guns are not particularly great on that. And then for German battleships, I have the Pommern and then the Mecklenburg. Pretty sure those are the only 2 German battleships I have. Let's see, we've got the Bungo. Cherry Blossom. This is fine. So Cherry Blossom has mostly destroyers and cruisers on it, which means our 457s will do pretty well. Schieffelin's going to get a lot of damage here as well. The Kearsarge can do some really funny cheesing. We'll use AP mostly. So there's 4 destroyers in the first wave. There's 2 that spawn here and 2 that spawn like over here. They go down like this to intercept the Liberty ships. When they start getting shot at, then they will start to turn in towards you. They spawn with their torpedoes already loaded. So it's important to basically point your nose at them so you can go between the torpedoes and not get hit. You don't want to turn away. You don't want to go like this. You don't want to go this way. You want to go this way. And then after the DDs are dead, then you can kind of turn out. So first wave, 4 destroyers. Then we have a cruiser here, 2 cruisers down here, and then 4 destroyers that go this way as well. So there's 8 ships. After those, you have a destroyer spawning here that goes like this, a destroyer that spawns here going like this. Then you have a cruiser that spawns and goes like this. Speaking of, there's the DDs. Then you have 2 cruisers that, so you have 1 cruiser that spawns and goes like this. You have 2 cruisers that spawn and they kind of do this. And then you have 2 DDs over here that kind of do this. Lastly, 1 ship will spawn in the north at a time continuously for the entire game, and they kind of come down like this. So we have lost. Notice how our Prince Adalbert's ship is broadside. That him being broadside is why he ate so many torpedoes, and thus he died. That is why you don't go broadside. You instead want to keep your nose towards the destroyers. We know there's a cruiser here. There he is. We're going to use a spotter plane for better accuracy. Shoot the Zaln. Midship waterline. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That is a dead Zal. That is... that is... God, I love Bungo. I love Bungo, dude. Oh, man. I love Bungo with the spotter plane. It's so good. We're going to aim at his nose because he's going to start moving forward. Now that he's taking damage. Looks like we have surveillance stations here, here, and here. Okay, we're going to turn our guns and help the Pommern on this side over here. Oh, wait, hold on. No. The Yoshino's turning. He's turning broadside. Oh, come on. No, sorry, Schieffelin. I'll slow down for you. Also trying to get off of you. Oh! Yes! So much damage. Okay, let's go and keep going forward. That's 1 cruiser dead. So out of the 8 ships, the 4 cruisers and 4 destroyers, the 4 DDs are going down like this, by the way. You only need to kill 5. Once you kill 5, the other 3 will start running away. Unfortunate. Yep. So there's the DDs. There's one. There's three more. Kitakaze, Harugumo, a Yugumo, and I believe a Hayate. I think those are the 4 DDs. Now, Ibuki's got some kind of trolly armor. But hey, we got good damage, brother. I love this ship. It's just such a good ship. It's so good at being accurate and doing what it does. Okay, so we only need to kill one of those DDs. Rune needs to kind of back off. Okay, good stuff. Kitakaze is dead. Good, okay. So now those 3 cruisers, yeah. So it's Harugumo, Hayate, and Yugumo. Now that we've killed 5 ships, right? 4 cruisers, 1 destroyer. The other 3, as you can see, they're starting to run away. We want to get on the right side of Rune so we can tank for him. Yeah, this is why. Ideally, Palmer or Rune would be hydroing. It's okay. Okay, good. Now it's the 2 destroyers up here. I feel like someone needs to actually cap that. I don't think we get these other stations killed before that dies, or before that resets. I really don't want to go down there and cap it. I might have to, but I really don't want to. We've lost 2 of our cruisers. This is not great. Cruisers are your best source of damage output. So it's not great to see that we've lost 2. Okay. I will. I'm going to go down there and just cap it. So, we can try to get the bonus. He's slowing down. It'll take me forever to get there, but I will do so for the team. Okay. We're going to try shooting that station. Again, Palmer should be hydroing. He's not. Alright, so that's 1 torpedo he's eaten because of no hydro. The Napoli just ate a torp because of no hydro again. So Palmer has eaten 2 torpedoes. We still need... Still need spotting on this one last one. I'm going to stay down here for now until we get the 3rd kill to guarantee the bonus. Okay, yeah, so the bottom reset. Yep. Okay, Atago. We don't overmatch Atago on his top deck, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go over here. Unfortunately, I can't hit that. Thankfully, I don't have to go far before I can spot it. Thanks to the carrier planes here. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. They're gonna aim down a little bit. And a little further ahead. We lost our Fletcher. No. He slowed down. Oh, no. Okay. That's not ideal. So, Kearsarge can use his planes to attack the aerodromes for free. He doesn't actually have to push out and do anything. Gotta try to help this Napoli. So this Atago takes half damage from all sources, including Citadel damage. I do not know why, but he does. It's kind of dumb, but that's how they've designed it. Two overpins. Otago is such a hard ship to actually Citadel. Also, his secondaries are just not actually landing on this poor port. Yeah, there goes the Kearsarge. He didn't need to be up there. There we go. We got the bonus. Okay. We're going to swap to HE, and we're going to start focusing the aerodromes. We can blind fire them if we need to. We're going to wait to use our spar plane until we're fully loaded. We lost that bonus for keeping 4 ships alive. We're going to stay near this area here. We don't need to push the enemy. I can just shoot them from over the islands here. Even if you're not aiming at a target, if you don't have a target to lock onto, like I can't see the aerodrome, I can still lock onto this and keep my improved lock-on dispersion while shooting the aerodrome. Right, like I can lock onto this thing, or I can lock onto this and still keep better dispersion. Ideally, the fire kills it, but I don't trust that to be the case. Okay, there we go. We're going to aim right here. And then we're just going to stop. We're going to come to a dead stop. But we still have the spotter plane to see over this island. We're going to bring it to a dead stop. We're going to hold free look, and we're just going to wait. We're just going to shoot on cooldown right here. We're not going to move our reticle. We're just going to keep this right here. The Palmer and Schieffelin don't need to push in. We can just kill... They can... As long as they can survive, I can kill the aerodromes for free. They just give me, like, another 60 seconds. The Palmer needs to use his heal. Yeah, okay, there he goes. Yeah. Okay. We're still using the lock-on accuracy from targeting the AA to get all our shells on the aerodrome. Palmer's finally used that other hydro. That's good. We're about to get the next salvo off. Swap to AP for the next game. And we win. Does Palmer live? No. The Cloudslit's nuked him from the side. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. We did pretty good. Especially for a Bungo. Not bad. Yeah. Schieffelin doing Schieffelin things. Right, his secondaries are absolutely absurd. Similar with the Palmer. Fantastic. Poor dude. So I want to point out, man is silver, not bronze, but silver, and he went broadside to destroyers that have torpedoes. I don't know. Like, he definitely was less than 5 kilometers away from the DDs. He should have nosed in. But alas. Rune, also, again, died early on from eating that torpedo, which he didn't need to because of Hydro. Not having these two made it very difficult to push up. Battleships alone have a very difficult time pushing in. You basically need brawling battleships, for example, like Palmer and Schieffelin, going together and trading off each other's heals. Trading off enemy damage output as well. But that's a game of the Yamato and the Bungo. One with 32mm overmatch, one with 30mm overmatch, and both did decently well. There's not a lot of damage. That map, Cherry Blossom, doesn't have a lot of damage to do because there's not that many enemy ships by the end of the game. So, unless the game drags out, then there is. But if it doesn't drag out, then there's not a lot of damage. It's mostly like objective damage on the aerodromes, and that doesn't count in the replay or in the report. So, next will probably be, yeah, I'll do the Vermont and Montana afterwards. I've got the Mecklenburg and the Palmern. Yeah. The only Russian battleship I have is the Azerlane Sovietska Russia, which is a solid ship. It's got some pretty good armor for its tier. The dispersion's pretty shit, I will say. I will say the dispersion, the guns are very bad. They really are. Like, they really are very bad. But I'll go over that. Oh, what another video. Y'all enjoy. God bless.